Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Okay, so cactus number 8. We're going to do it here, and I just wanted to show you how these are building up, and they're building up really nicely. So we're going to do a cactus bowl today. So it's going to be a square, well, a rectangular shaped container like that, and it's going to have 3 cacti in it this time, not just one. So in the middle I'm going to put a cacti that's quite similar to this yellow one, but we're going to paint it slightly differently. So it's got long green projections, so up like that, and you can do as many of these spikes as you like. And different sizes and shapes. And then on this side we're going to put a cacti similar to this one, and we're going to do a little oval shape like that. You often get little collections of cacti like this because they live very happily together, and they don't need very much care and attention. They just need a little bit of water every now and again, and a little bit of love, but they live quite happily together in groups like this. And quite often it's nice to buy a few different ones and put them together. So there we go. Okay, so next is colours. So I'm going to do a grey pot, I'm going to do an orange based cactus on this side and a red one on this side, and the central part will be green. Okay, so if we paint, let's go for the green one in the center first, and I'm going to use quite a vibrant green, which I haven't got in my set, so I have to mix it. So I've got a sap green. Actually, I've got some excess green there, I might as well use it. This is the lovely thing about watercolour, is the fact that you can just leave it and it dries off, and then you can just re-wet it and it starts again. And it's very easy to use. And you don't waste paint, which is great. You don't have to wash it down the sink or throw it away. So here we go. I mixed that green, the sap green that I've got there, any green you've got, with a little bit of yellow, just to make a more vibrant green tone. So it's a green sitting on the yellow side of the green colour wheel, and just again with a small brush just go along and fill those sections in. Nice and calmly. And do send me some pictures of your cacti. I put some on my Facebook page the other day of some of people who have already sent some in. It's so nice to see them coming in. And it's good to see the colours and things like that that you use. And I know that some of you might not be able to add to the chat, but if you want to say something, if you want to, you can send a picture in via the chat. You can send me a message saying, why don't we paint this cacti or that cacti, or use this colour or that colour. Right, so on the right hand side we're going to have an orange cacti. And like I said, the cacti do come in all different colours, and a lot of them have uses as well. Some people eat them. Some people use them on their skin. Aloe vera, for example, which is this sort of style of cacti. is used in skin products. Very good natural skin product. Some people make string out of them. They dry them off and then they make string. Some people feed them to the animals. Obviously not the ones that are spiky, and they take the spikes off, not so that they don't get hurt. But and then right, so we've got the third cacti here, and I've got a dark red. Again, if you don't have orange, mix cadmium red and cadmium yellow together. They are your primary red and your primary yellow together to get your orange. And then I'm going to use a dark alizarin crimson for the other cacti. So again, you know, you don't have to stick to these colours. Just use your own. Look online as well. Look on Pinterest. That's really good for information about cacti and the colours of cacti and the types and what they're used for. And you'll see that there are loads and loads of drawings on there as well for you to copy. Or you can make your own up. Why don't you design your own cacti? That's always a fun project. So when these are a bit drier, I will go back in and I'll add some shadows and maybe some highlights. But now I'm going to do the pot, and I want to do the pot grey, and I've got some grey here mixed already. So again, if you've got some dirt on your palette or some black even mixed up, then use that. Otherwise, just use some black watered down and you'll get a grey tone. So this is my pot, and I'm going to put the paint along the top. I'm going to use the technique that I used the other day, which is to make the top of the pot darker. And then just add a brush full of water, maybe not that much. And just sort of put the water down the bottom and look at how the water bleeds into the paint above it. And it just softens it up. That's all it does. But it creates a really nice texture between the top and the bottom of the pot. We can't see any soil today, I don't think, so we won't put soil in. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly dry this off. Won't be a sec. Okay, so taking another layer of orange. You can darken the orange up if you want to, but you can just do what I did the other day, which is to use the glazing method, which is just putting another layer on top. And just, you can darken the ones that are in the distance, the ones that are behind the others, like this. You can darken those up completely so that they separate themselves from the leaves that are in the foreground. You can see that happening now. That's one thing you can do. And you can put a shadow on the ones in the foreground. So decide which way your light is coming from. So your light is either coming from the left or from the right. So my light at the moment is coming from the left. So that means everything on the right hand side would be dark. So I'm doing the right hand side of that one, the right hand side of that one, and the right hand side of that one, like that. Okay, and you can repeat that on the ones behind as well and put another layer down. I think we've only got a minute left. So again, in with the alizarin crimson, I'm going to do the back two and just put a second coat on them. How are we doing? Not too bad. Second coat them, and then I'll just put a little shadow on the one in the foreground, like that. And then into the green, again dealing with the ones that are in the background, darken those up. This one, just a second coat. And if you want to put more details on these, you can always pick a detail that we've already worked on from one of the other cacti, the spikes or dots or stripes even. But I think we might have run out of time. Okay, so have a bit of fun with that and finish them off yourself, because you've done 3 today, not just one on their own. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go and look at my other videos. They're all free, and enjoy painting something else other than cacti. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.